Is that a cucumber in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? Grace Lilly would not bob for cucumbers because WWJD, but then instantly proceeded to ask Maddie if she pegs Joe's butthole. Praise God. And Emmy apologized to Brad for saying that she was scared of him because he was scary, but then said that she only did it because she was scared of what he would do. Welcome to Showmance, everybody. The #1 show on YouTube doing deep dives on shows with no depth.
Dives as deep as Emmy had to reach for the definition of microaggression and shows as shallow as the search results her little dummy brain was able to produce.
Double wham.
Double wham, because that's how double dumb Emmy is.
Pretty dumb.
So dumb, Emmy.
Pretty dumb.
And like not in like a fun way.
No, but Travis was just telling us off cam that we weren't going to like his first take, and I think it's he loves Emmy. Is that what it's going to be?
Emmy is not even in the beginning of this episode.
Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert.
Jeez.
Travis loves Emmy.
Well, just get ready to not like Travis's takes. I think if everyone should just brace for impact.
Finally. It's about time. All right, Natalie's got to go out of town, and nothing happens without Natalie around here, so we're going to try. I know everyone's like, oh, you guys say this all the time. We're going to do it this time. We're not, but we're going to try. Try to get this one done in 90 minutes. Fingers crossed.
Oh, yeah.
We should start the timer so we know we got some free time because we're already 5 minutes in. Starting now, 90-ish minutes. Let's get into it. We're still at girls' night.
Yeah.
Girls and gays night.
The girls and gays night.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the best bobber?
I appreciated that Jordan was just like, I'm just going to grab it.
Yeah, pretty. Yeah,
that's
she's
what I would have
not
done.
messing around. Of course, those cucumbers were bigger than Jordan's
I know.
whole thing. She's kind of tiny.
She's a tiny girl. Huh?
She's a tiny.
One thing about bobbing, wouldn't do it. I'm with Grace Lilly on this, but
What?
no, it's just disgusting. And it's one thing. I don't think people think about how because lately I've been doing a thing where, I put like ice in like a big bowl, ice water, and I put if I'm feeling puffy and I put my face in it. Well, you got to blow out of you have to push air out of your nose. Otherwise it's going to go right up. So that was in my head that people are literally blowing their noses into this water. And so you're bobbing not just in the same water that everyone's mouths have been open in, but also some snot rockets. Probably.
Everything you said, I kind of agree with. However, Grace Lilly didn't give any of those excuses.
No.
She wasn't like, it's a hygiene thing. I don't like it. It's weird. She just didn't want to do it.
No, because she only gets on her knees for Jesus.
Yeah, I get it.
And
to wash his feet, not to do anything else.
Oh. That's nice, Grace Lilly.
Mm-hmm.
I love Grace Lilly so much.
Oh, do you?
I really do. And this was quite a different side of her here, this episode. I was happy to see it.
This is a different side of her. This is the same Grace Lilly we were introduced to season 1. She was only kind of cool in season 2, and then she's just been a tornado since.
Well, listen, we don't get into it till later, so we'll hold off on the scene. But save
it for the pod.
When she gets into it, with the counselor, I just thought she was very articulate and just so much more. Listen, I enjoy Grace Lilly's weirdo-ness, and so I wouldn't have even minded if she would have kept that weirdo-ness in her counseling session, but she did seem to be able to flip it on, serious for her, but I don't know, I love her even more than I did before after this, so.
Oh, wow, okay.
Well, we'll get there.
Oh my God, is that the take we're not gonna like? Is that, let me tell you, wait a minute, you already know this and you're still gonna do this? Oh my God, so we put a short of what Travis and Mike were talking about, that Grace Lilly needs her own camera operator, and they called it the GL cam, and I just cut that up, didn't really think twice about it, put it on TikTok. It's gotten listen, we don't have a lot of people on TikTok. I think I've told everybody at this point that one time I put an Ice Cube video up on it when he performed at the Dodger game. And so we literally got about 2,000 subs overnight. All of people who want nothing to do with reality recaps. They are just here to watch some baseball and Ice Cube. So we don't have a lot of people on there that give a shit about what I'm doing. I put that up and it got 12,000 views and almost 700 likes. And Grace Lilly also chimed in and thought it was hilarious, the G Lilly cam. Thought it was really funny, liked it, favorited it, 2 comments on it. And then, of course, everyone else flowed in and started commenting because they're saying, oh, my God, Grace Lilly's here. So
don't cut anything I say about her on this episode because she wouldn't like it. Okay. But when Mia bobbed for apples and they asked me about the date with Justin, Jordan seemed upset. Okay. And they cut to TJ going, well, Jordan can't be mad because she knows Justin's sleeping. I'm like, imagine somebody telling TJ, hey, man, you can't be mad.
Oh, yeah. No, TJ would be none too pleased. Yeah. TJ's a little weirdo, though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Just a lot of people in the comments were kind of saying that TJ doesn't have a storyline this year and he is just kind of grabbing from other people's things. And then to make a comment like that, when TJ will be fiery about anything that he can be because he's grasping for things. Yeah. So for him to say what you just said it's even more apparent. It stuck out even more than it would normally because and everyone's saying he has no storyline. He has no loyalty. That's from Mary Ayaka and Miss Kitty and Truth for Peace. And they call him messy and disloyal. So there's just, I don't know, maybe he's too, we talk about how a lot of times people just have their seasons where some people kind of hold back. Some people are featured more, and I don't know what his deal is this year. I don't know.
They called Sally on Southern Charm this year. Craig did, and a couple people chimed in on it. And even Sally was like, yeah, totally. Like a tornado or an agent of chaos, I think Shep might have called her at one point.
Yeah. They were really hard on Sally.
They were pretty hard on Sally. But TJ's an agent of chaos. Like TJ's just kind of a bored little dude that's like, I just want to stir up some shit. Like, I'm bored. Like, he's like a 90s movie villain, you know, where he's just like a high school bored kid that has money, or his parents have money, and he's just gonna go with like the little not popular kids. That's TJ. Yeah.
You're not allowed to this would be my rules. If I'm in charge of reality TV, I would say you're not allowed to be on reality TV and not have had slept with anyone in 16 months.
That is
you're here for the messiness. We're not here unless you're the show virgin, you know, like one or the other. Like unless your storyline is that you are celibate this year, like I don't want to with you if you haven't been banging.
Yeah, and if you're gonna play all messy and kind of that slutty
sassy
guy and sussy and make out with dudes at a bar and your boss, like, then you got to bang.
Yeah,
that's probably why he's pushing for Michael so hard.
I know, and I was just gonna say, all that said, I still don't want to see him get with Michaels.
I don't think he'd get with Michaels. I think Michaels would get with him.
I was just trying to process how to put that and what he said.
I don't know. I want to see Michaels just bringing in some new hoes. I want to see, you know, we talked earlier about Michaels being like kind of like, he kind of has recognized, oh, I'm on TV now. Oh, am I actually pretty good looking? Yeah. People are coming out of the woodworks. Like
Charleston 11.
Yeah, I'm a Charleston 11. Yeah, I'd like to just see him, you know, bang through some randos.
Yeah, definitely. But maybe the way Jordan was like, did you think about me? I was like, oh, you are a broken little Bambi lamb. Like, we probably need to see more of you. Like, if we're going for the
it's
fun
true.
Of reality TV watching broken people.
Yeah.
I think Bambi is the perfect nickname for her.
Great. Thank you.
Bambi's the perfect name for Jordan.
Yeah. Just so skinny, so tiny.
Yeah. Guaranteed she falls over once a day.
Yeah.
Last episode, I talked about how I did not think that I didn't know that she was going to totally renege on the date with Justin completely, but I said for sure she is not banging this dude. I know who this girl is, and she's just, if she's going to, she's going to at least wait till cameras are down. Like, she's just not the type that's going to broadcast a hookup like that. And I also think that she's kind of doing what she's doing in kind of more of a strategy to spur her ex-boyfriend now to just realize and pop the question already. And a way to do that is not to go bang some dirty hippie on a TV show. I knew that she was not going to bang him, but she cut the date off, and that's next level. And I think that this is just a PSA. You're either going to be a Jordan or you're going to be a Mia. A Jordan seems to be like, well, like, okay, you can do this and that, but like, don't do that. And like, now Jordan looks kind of pathetic, and Mia is reigning.
Yeah, reigning supreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She won.
What, Trev?
No, you
go ahead.
I just tilted my head, bro.
That's a
no comment on that.
Saying something brilliant is about to come out of your mouth.
No, I got nothing.
Yeah, I think when they were on the couch and Jordan was like, you can do whatever you want, just don't date any of our friends.
Yeah.
Just don't date Mia. Like it was already concession.
Yeah.
Like we're in our conversation and we're already making concessions from your just simple demand, like not even demand, just simple requests. These are simple requests.
Yeah.
I get you're not exclusive. You guys are doing your thing, but like stay out of the friend group, please.
That was a Tom Shorts and Katie.
I think that's respectful.
A respectful request.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a Katie request. Where's my lip gloss?
Probably in your
or behind you.
Pretend you're Joe Bradley.
Oh my God.
It's not in there. It was.
What'd you do with the mini?
It was in there.
Sorry, I gotta have my lip gloss.
Yeah, I get it. Been there.
Well, you just used up 2 of our 90 minutes.
Didn't Molly throw this party as a celebration of 1 month broken up with her toxic boyfriend? Isn't that what this is? This pajama party bobbing for dongs thing is?
Dude. And her question was,
when's the last time you banged
She was
your
like, oh
ex?
yeah, Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday. And she just starts laughing. Like,
I think that was a week ago.
Best case is it's 1 week ago. But like, what was the point of breaking up with this dude? So like now this dude just gets to be single and still punch your card. I don't know if that. Listen, Mia needs to hold a class on this. I feel like it's just a little one sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how to do it.
Yeah. Grace Lilly asks Maddie the question.
Have you ever Joe?
Was it straight up? Have you ever
She didn't say peg.
F-worded Joe?
In the b-hole.
Well, I think that's implied.
Listen, I want to make sure that Judy heard that.
Sorry, Judy. Sorry, Judy merch Judy. On sale this summer. That was wild and so produced and so like a lot of crap.
Grace can't be that stupid because at one point she says it was a legit question.
Yeah.
And then the next one was, I'm joking.
Yeah.
It's either a legit question or it's a joke. Can't be both.
Oh, she said she's joking? I never even heard her say that she was joking.
I think that was that in the confessional?
I think so, yeah.
She was like, oh, I don't understand why people can't take it. We're literally at a party. We're playing a game.
Oh, okay.
She said it like that.
Well, she's not playing the
a
game. She refused to play the game, actually.
But she's playing a game.
Yeah.
She's playing the game of life. She's playing the game of reality TV show.
Yeah. I want to know how you feel about this because you love Mia and you love Grace Lilly. What do you think?
This is a huge bummer for me.
Oh, yeah.
It's a huge bummer. I am so here for Mia to kind of like bulldoze her way into becoming a main character. You know, she's been out.
Bully or bulldoze?
Bulldoze, not bully. She's not because she's not bullying.
Bully-doze
because this is not the first time this has happened. As we all know, she has.
That's why
she
I
has
asked,
called
bully
out.
or bulldoze.
Okay, so but not bully because bully would mean that like because what Grace Lilly said like. I don't know. Like, also, Grace Lilly might also be like trying to play, you know, because she's been.
I love Grace Lilly going, right, TJ? Like, and TJ's like, no, dude, no.
But what was weird about it is that why, like, it seems like TJ would have been like, I never specifically said that. Like, he just kind of let it go. Like, okay, maybe we're going out of order. Okay, so. We were talking about Mia first.
Sorry, I jumped to that because I thought about it. I was like, how does she feel about this?
No, totally. So I'm happy for Mia to be coming in hot and kind of just
protecting Maddi,
but also, you know, she says that they're not even that close, but she just really like, she's just not into Grace Lilly because she's done this before. She's yelled at her before about basically the same thing. So that's another point for Mia though. Like, great, like. She'll have your back. She's going to stand up for someone coming for you, and she's not even that good of friends with you, and she's still going to do it. But she could also be, like I said, coming back in and being like, I'm going to come in hot and make sure that I make my mark here. On the other side of that, Grace Lilly could also be doing that because Grace Lilly has not really been a main person. She's just kind of been more bopping in and out. Like, I don't know if she's been demoted to friend of, but like, she just isn't, we don't see her every episode. She comes and goes. So maybe she's trying to make her mark too. I don't know. So it's unfortunate to me that my two favorite girls are beefing and, but.
Yeah, I mean, Grace Lilly always says shit like that. Like that wasn't surprising for her just to come out and then you're like, oh, what?
Yeah, I know.
It's super wild. I think the reason we're not seeing a ton of Grace Lilly is because everybody but us up until now knew that she probably had a substance abuse problem and it was a problem and she wasn't showing up for work and blah, blah, blah. I think that what you're saying could be true, but if it is, like, Mia stood up for something that was wrong. Like, she stood up for like what she did was real. Yeah. It was genuine. Somebody did something that was up.
Yeah.
It was fake. Clearly, it was fake. But like,
what do you mean by that?
What
do you mean by that? What was fake?
Like what Grace Lilly said.
You think the producer said, hey, say this?
I think that probably TJ and the producers probably, like, I think it was like a thing or she was like, oh, I'm going to say something super crazy. Or
I don't see.
IRL version is Grace was mad that about the pajama thing, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna say this."
It's that,
but she said it before.
Like, listen,
but she said it before earlier. She was like, "I'm gonna say something that I shouldn't say, so I should stop talking."
I don't.
So it's already set up.
I don't think a scene like that, when you get that many of the cast members to have a group meeting, I don't think needs to be produced much. Especially like, well, we're going to throw Grace Lilly in there and she's going to say something.
But it was set up.
The whole slumber party was set up. Yes, it was them.
I mean, this moment,
I still think she's bitter about the pajamas.
Right, but it was already in her head. So like, you think that she was bummed about the pajamas and then realized, oh, I'm going to get back at her by saying this thing that I forgot about, or she had it loaded up already. Maybe she had it loaded just to like shoot at her at some given time, and this she decided was the time.
Yeah.
But I think it was probably a producer being like, "Hey, you want to say? Doesn't Joe it?
Yeah, I know. It's just
get it in the beehole. You should ask Maddie if Joe takes it in the beehole.
I don't think it's produced.
Okay.
I just think Grace Lilly is crazy.
She might be a little Looney Tunes, and the producers know that, which is why they got her to say the crazy thing.
Two things. First of all, I think it's weird that TJ didn't kind of chime in and go, whoa, bro. Like, he says it in his confessional, like, oh, Grace Lilly, like, I've never even really talked to Grace Lilly about this. Like, he says that in his confessional. Last season or the season before or something, Joe Bradley had stayed over at TJ's house or wherever they stayed. I don't know whose house it was, but they slept in the same bed. And I think that the way that I understood it was that they were both kind of wasted, and maybe Joe Bradley kind of like rustled around or woke up in the middle of the night and kind of maybe put his arms around TJ. But for some reason, and I can't remember, because as I've said, I need to go back and watch this again because I was watching it for fun before. We didn't cover it before. But I thought that he had kind of said like, I just kind of woke up and just didn't realize that you were you. Like, I was still kind of half drunk and I thought it's a girl in my bed because Joe Bradley, I'm sure, has girls in his bed like most nights. So I didn't, it's vague, but I didn't take it as like this was definitely a gay move on Joe's part to try to hook up with his friend in the middle of the night.
Right.
But so I thought that they had kind of talked and that Joe had explained that. So I thought it was weird that TJ didn't go, I never said that. Or like, that's not what happened, Grace. Like, he did not pipe up about it. Mm-hmm. It's almost like he still kind of wants people to believe that like this thing kind of happened. And like, I think that TJ he said he was in love with Joe, and maybe he kind of always will be a little bit in love with Joe. I don't know. So maybe he's kind of liked that it was brought up, because anybody else would have been like, I did not say that.
No, I think it goes back to you saying that he has no storyline.
Yeah.
He's not going to shut that down. Why?
Yeah.
Just let it happen.
Totally. Yeah. Totally. That paired with like still kind of being like, one day maybe it'll happen. He probably wouldn't want to shut it down. The other thing about that, just in going back to is this staged or not? The only reason that I do lean towards possibly staged is because when they do ask her to leave, she was so cool about it. Like she did not, like I was shocked that she didn't go, oh my God, I can't believe,
Which is what she would have done if she didn't know that she was just meant to show up, drop a bomb, and bounce. Also, everybody else was pretty shook by it. Like Mia was clearly upset and like that didn't seem fake. Everybody else was kind of like, what? And Molly being like, yo, you gotta go. Like, this is crazy. The awkward, okay, my phone is under me.
I think I would have left without my phone. Just been like, cool, I'm out.
I know it took like, I feel like it felt like it took 30 minutes for her to leave. It felt like everybody was just like sitting there awkwardly quiet, waiting for her to make her way out. And she's like,
no, it was super, super friggin' awkward.
And then making her step over the ottoman.
Yeah. But also, like, I don't know why. Maybe I'm a perv, but like I feel like she just lifted her dress up a little too high, like awkwardly high to step out of the room. Like I was like, it seems unnecessary. It's already short. Why are we pulling this up to your hip bone?
That was so
but whatever. Maybe I'm a perv. Maybe I'm old fashioned.
Listen, if that wasn't staged and she just kept her cool, brava, Gracie. Yeah.
Bravi.
No, I mean, that's some self-control because Grace could have lost her damn mind in that moment. And, so I don't know. I was kind of surprised at Molly, though, for taking that initiative to kick her out. I just didn't think Molly would do that.
I don't know if I did or didn't. I think probably gun to head. I think I didn't until she did it. And then I was like, oh, no, I think Molly, like we've talked about last week or week before, like Molly's not a softie. Like,
Totally.
I also feel like
toughy and like not going to put up with any.
I gotta feel like that whole thing from beginning it in to like when they started was probably about 20, 30 minutes, edited down to us for a couple minutes. So
the whole party, like the whole
no, just that little bit, like when Maddi from the beginning of everything, like that wasn't the full scene of what happened, the full 5 minutes. So I just feel like there were a lot of awkward moments of that party after Grace Lilly said that, and then just kind of like someone's got to get this out of the room so we can go back to a decent night. Back
to celebrating my toxic boyfriend who I just banged 6 days ago.
Earlier. I have to run by the store and get a plan B.
Speaking of not banging anymore, Lake's mom seems pretty happy with the divorce.
With the divorce?
Yeah,
they've been divorced for a while.
No, but it's like anytime, like they were talking about her dad and her mom just seemed like, well, you're not going to get an apology out of him. Like, he's not there. Like, I'm joking.
Wait, are they divorced?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I didn't even remember that.
Remember that the lake houses next to each other? Dad came by with a new wife.
New kids.
I missed that.
She's watching a different show.
No, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm very Grace Lilly centered.
Yeah, I'm sort of kidding about the mom. The mom seemed very funny, just very matter of fact about like, oh, I talk to Dad. We don't talk every week.
I mean, I got to imagine after having a family and raising that family and then getting divorced, you kind of know that other person's complete idiosyncrasies, 100%. The things they do, the things they don't do.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're not going to get an apology.
Yeah,
he's probably not going to reach out. And you're dramatic just like he's dramatic.
Like, we were shocked about it. I don't know why. Well, I know why. But like just the history of Lake's parents, the history of her family, like it made me, when she said it last year about like, well, you don't understand my family and like I can't really come out and talk about this stuff. I think we were all like, oh, okay, whatever, dude. Like that's so fucked up. Of course you can talk about it. It's your family. And then the more she explained it and gave that like miniature history of it.
Yeah.
And then later on when she talks about what her dad like made her do outside of school and what I was like, oh, yeah, no, you unfortunately can't talk about this stuff. Sorry, like, you better mind your P's and Q's and, like, stick to the family name, which kind of is a bummer, but.
I knew she came from a family like that when I saw her lakeside mansion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't get a lakeside mansion like that without being deep money, generational money.
Yeah, her mom's lakeside mansion. Because her dad has his own now lakeside
So they're
mansion.
Both from families with money, the mom and the dad?
I don't know.
No, but a divorce.
His dad probably got a new lakeside mansion.
Right.
Divorce, if you know
also,
what I'm saying.
just to say, just what we're talking about is Lake talking about how she's been dating women. I don't think we've kind of led with what the issue was.
Yeah, if you didn't watch last year or know what she was talking about, last year she started talking about dating a friend of hers from school and just dating women and kind of, being fluid. And Michael's was like, oh, you need to talk to your parents. It's liberating. It's a great moment in your life. And da-da-da.
I didn't like that moment of them almost pressuring her to go speak
go
out.
do it.
I know.
Yeah, especially after she was like, I'm good, thanks. And she didn't seem to have a problem with it. She wasn't conflicted by it. Yeah, there was not they kind of brought it to her. And she was like, yeah, we're good, thanks. I'm not talking to my dad about that. Off.
Yeah.
And explained why, like just that her family heritage and or lineage and like it's very, very big time. Like she comes from a very affluent family and
where names and headlines matter.
Yeah, and fine, and I respect that. Like, does it suck? Yeah, kind of. But like, also, if you're gonna carry on that lineage and that family name, I respect that.
I respect when you just say keep it in your pants all across the board.
Yeah, and that's
like people just don't talk about their personal lives unless it's their wedding announcement. When you're from a family like that, like
And that being said,
you're on a reality show.
But
it's gonna get talked about.
I wonder what her dad ever said about that. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, but like that's where we're at. She's like, oh, she made this big old case about like, oh, my family, my grandparent, my dad, and I can't. At the same time, showing the world, like so you're telling everyone, you're talking about it with everyone,
it's
as you should.
A soft launch.
So that was a hard launch. But only dad didn't know about it. Like, if you're gonna do it, start with dad or don't do it. Like, or talk about how your dad won't listen and it's fine because this is his upbringing and you're okay with it. But like, it would just seem very convoluted and a little hypocritical.
I will say though, and there could be some hidden trauma because she's calm, cool, and collected. But it feels almost like Lake's well adjusted with it. Like it sucks that her dad's not reaching out, but she's like, no, this is what my family is. The name matters. Like, I don't need to come out that way. Like, it just like, she just seems, it's something that seems like it would almost break Michael's to have to deal with. She just seems like,
I know Michael's would be
times.
Like, in a puddle of tears.
Yeah, as he is with his mom, and like he should be. Like, that's up. Like, it sucks.
But she just seems very like,
she seems, well, and then later on, what she talks about when she's talking about Brad is she's like, dude, my dad made me reach. Like, I'm like, so that all kind of made sense to me. I was like, oh, you are a smart, educated, well-rounded, well-read woman, like with a lot of broad history. Like, you know shit, I loved her mom's advice when she was like, once you become an adult, you can dictate your relationship with your parents. However, the flip side is they can also dictate their relationship with you. I thought that was pretty interesting. And also funny, like Lake was like, oh, Dad and I don't talk every day. Like, it's every other day. So like, we're fine. Like, like they're not.
Oh, they still are talking.
Still talk.
I thought that it was like kind of radio silent for a minute.
Yeah, I thought she talks to her mom every day.
Yeah.
But I think that she was saying like her and her dad used to talk every day and now they kind of don't. But I feel I got the gist they were still talking. It just wasn't as often because he wasn't super pleased about how it came about. Which, like, listen, again, if all the things that she said last season are true, which they seem to be, then you kind of,
I get it.
He has a right to be upset that you did this on TV. You still, you said he was going to be upset, and now he's upset. So. Don't be upset.
It is weird that she would come out with all of that and state all the things that she knows about her family and then do this anyways. It's not that I think that she shouldn't do it, but I almost feel like she should have kind of called it out at the time and said, I'm actually not supposed to talk about this at all. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I guess we're all in it together now. We'll wait and see, but she didn't really do that. So it is kind of weird that she addressed it and still went against. But I don't know, it just sort of is contradictory. Like, I respect them and I get it, because you don't know where we came from, but yet you're still doing it. Right. So I just wish that it was expanded. Like, but I'm going to do it anyway because it means something to me.
Totally. And now we're here this season saying, "Oh, Dad won't talk to me."
Yeah.
Right. Well, you knew he wasn't going to. You knew that. You told us that. You told this. That's literally why you're not telling him, is because you're afraid that he might not talk to you, or it'll ruin your relationship. Well, it did.
What do you think, Travis?
He could be angry that she's on the show, which would have happened last year, and that's putting her business out.
Yeah.
But he didn't stop talking to her last year.
He
stopped talking to her as she came out as bi, hard launched on TV.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have a problem with her putting her family's business out there.
Yeah.
He has a problem specifically with her being bi.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
He was on the show last year, but at that point, Brad was the situation that he needed to worry about. Because remember, he came at Joe, and Joe was like, "I'm not the one you need to worry about." And he was like, "Oh, well, who is it that I need to worry about?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joe was like, "Oh no, I maybe shouldn't have said that. Sorry,
Brad."
Yeah, that guy.
It's that guy.
That scary guy.
Yeah, I do wish that he would have I would just respect this a lot more had it been that he said just relationships in general. I don't want to hear about any sexual activity, any flings, any
She said that. She was like, a girl just doesn't talk to her dad about this kind of stuff.
Right, but I'm talking about putting it on TV. Like, I just wish that her dad was evolved enough to have, even if, like, listen, old school is old school. Like, you can't help, like, from whatever era, if you're from one of those eras and you've got that background, I understand things are going to make you uncomfortable. You can't help what makes you feel uncomfortable. You can, however, control what you're telling your kids and how you're presenting it. And I just wish that he would have kind of made a blanket statement about, like, I don't want you to put any of your personal, like, you can go on this show and it's your work life and it's your career and your world, but I don't be careful about what you put out there. He seems obviously very upset that it's a gay relationship. And that's just a bummer, because sometimes I just feel like, and I know I'm not the one to speak on this, but like, if you have faced adversity in one way, it seems like you should recognize the adversity of other people.
Yeah.
And I get it, but I also wish for better.
I gotta imagine that he just lived his whole life that way. He grew up a black man in Charleston.
Right.
A black man from a family. The spotlight's on him 24. He couldn't step out of line once, ever.
Right.
He had to walk this path because anything else is gonna get,
Yeah.
So I can only
And he did it.
He grew up that way. His mind doesn't work the other way.
Yeah. And not only...
you know what I'm saying?
Totally. And that's why I get it.
Lake grew up in a different time.
Yeah.
So it's just... And it's still not a great time. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
so I can only
totally,
imagine that dude her dad is just so, don't do anything that's not by the book.
Yeah.
Don't step out of line.
Yeah. I didn't. And you're doing so much more than I could ever do, so I'm sure he has that mentality. So I get it.
Anyway, tea time with Maddie and Joe.
I only had one question from the scene.
What is it?
I think if Maddie asked to peg Joe, he would totally let her.
Peg.
Joe. Like, it was a big deal, but I'm thinking to myself, Joe would definitely be like, okay, Maddie, anything? Yeah.
Listen, I think I think he would. I think he would acquiesce. I think he would be like, is that because it's because of TJ? I don't. But if she pushed,
she'd be like, Trevor used to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Dunzo. Yeah, full on. He's going
down,
and buying the
quick.
thing. Yeah. But yeah, he would definitely agree to it if she pushed. No pun intended. I agree. I agree with that. Here's the thing. These are the moments I love about Joe, though. Like, Joe's dumb as shit.
Yeah.
But he is a good communicator. He's a good person to talk to. He's a good person. He's like ChatGPT. But he's going to tell you what you want to hear. He's going to put it in a nice way. He's going to tell,
he's like a 12-year-old.
No.
He doesn't have a big vocabulary, so he's not thinking any big picture stuff. He's like, well, if they were mean to you, you should say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just very.
But when he says it's okay to admit that you don't have, and this I'm paraphrasing, but when she was feeling bad about like whether or not it's time to leave Grace Lilly, their friendship, and not being able to not having the energy to take care of this relationship and to do it anymore. And he was like, it's okay to admit that you don't have the energy to take care of this relationship. Like, shit, stuff like that is not 12-year-old stuff. Like, that's good quality stuff in a time like this. In the moment that Maddie was having, that's a solid piece of advice. And Joe gives solid pieces of advice for the moment that he's advising on. That was a good one.
It's because he grew up a fat
You guys are
kid.
going to you're going to watch that back and be like, dang, that was pretty general.
Whenever I watch it back, I always skip when you talk.
And you skip when you're on. So all you're doing is watching Natalie, you weirdo.
Just, you know.
I do that too.
No, when it's Courtney talking and giving like a diatribe, I will like do 4 speed over it because I know that she's going to put all of her sentences together correctly, and I know she's not like me where it's like, okay,
do you slow down when we talk? Or like, oh, these two idiots can't put words together.
I do with us because I'm just trying to. I'm always trying to tighten it up. But with Courtney, she just is like this trained person who, like, she's just going to work it out in her head, and it's all going to come out as if it was all planned. Like, I would have to write all of that out.
I performed at Carnegie Hall, madam.
That's true.
How dare you?
Anyways, do you have anything to say about Tea Time with Joe and Maddie?
No, I love that they have their own cups with their initials on them.
So stupid.
I know. Like, I think I said this last week that I'm kind of rethinking. And the second I say this, we'll start seeing a turn. But I really thought like she is going to leave this dude any second now. And I think I really underestimated like their connection. I think that they might be.
I don't know if it's because they were friends for a couple few years before that I find them either to be same. Their connection is great and they're a great relationship because they have that strong foundation of friendship. Or if I look at them and think, you guys should just be best friends.
Yeah.
You know, I can't tell what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Now we're back to work, finally, getting back to work. It's Sunday. White shirts are out. Michael's fixing TJ's hair. Boss or lover?
Michael's
or
fixing
mother.
TJ's hair. Oh.
Ooh, nice addition. Boss, lover, or mother? Which one are we thinking? Is he just being the boss? Getting his employees straight? Is he being a...
He didn't lick his hand first, so that's good.
That's mother out.
Yeah.
I know you're not familiar, but like... What?
So rude, dude.
That's funny.
So rude.
It's called dark humor.
I mean,
no, some people
talk to
like
my
it.
therapist about it.
I don't think that you were here when I said this, but
You made fun of my dead mother too?
No, I said that one
She only
time
does it when you're not
that I
here.
did make a joke to you, and like you just kind of had stone face, and I'm like, I'm sorry, that's probably your joke to make and not mine. Like I won't make those jokes again because Travis always jokes about his dead mother, and so I tried to crack one, and he didn't go for it, so I said, so sorry, I'll never do that, and he's like, no, it's fine. It's just like they have to be funny, and I was like,
I don't think I'm that rude.
Yeah. You said it. Pretty sure we have it on camera.
Oh, but that was kind of perfect because that's true. I always say every writer knows you can make whatever joke you want. You can go way over the line, but if the room is not dying laughing, then you've failed and you are probably fired now. Because
fired.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting fired, the gist of this scene is Brad and Justin talking about how Brad and Julia went to an event. Emmy was there. Everything was fine in the beginning. And then Will showed up and Emmy's MIA, doesn't want to talk to him.
Which is completely, I'm sorry, if I'm Emmy, completely understandable. Me and Brad made up. Will and Brad haven't.
That's
so
valid.
now that Will's here, why would I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Valid point. Valid point.
Why am I, like, I said hello to you. We were fine before Will got here. Y'all haven't made up.
So you don't like
Y'all
Brad
got
either.
beef. I hate Brad. I hate Brad so much.
Oh, you still hate Brad? You hate him more than Will?
I mean, Will's not on the show. I could give a about Will.
Right.
I don't care about Will anymore.
What about Justin revealing what Emmy said about
it
the
was
only
all,
reason
in my mind it's phone tag embellished. Like
But it wasn't.
It was a
you
fake
saw the phone. We heard the phone call. She basically said that.
I wrote it down. She basically said something like, I'm just learning is just to say I'm sorry and I'll do better. That's all they want to hear is what she said. I said it with a little more better tone, but like, I don't know. Like,
but what did she say right before that? I've known them for a long time. I know what they can do to people. I've learned it's better to just say sorry. And so like she straight up said, I know that if I didn't do this, like Justin paraphrased it. He put it in his own words.
She only apologized. Like, yeah.
If she didn't apologize, she was scared to think about what you guys would do to her.
Mean, I don't know how that whole scene was edited, but like what she said was like, I know these guys for a long time. They can with you because obviously she's been with. They've all with each other, made up a lie for a year and a half with Maddi. Like, that's kind of scary. And then we don't know where that next part went. And then she was just like, I've learned that just apologize and say I'm sorry and that I'll do better. I think that, I don't know. I can see how that can be. I don't think she worded it right. I don't think it was edited together to make her look good, but I do understand, like, I don't know. I feel like I've said something like that. Like, I don't know. It's sometimes it's nice to apologize to someone to make them feel better, to let them know I am aware something happened.
Do you think that's how Emmy was saying it?
I go back to what I brought up to you last week when I feel like when Emmy's talking with her sister, mother, anyone, or even in confessionals, she's talking about the guy that got in a fight. Well, you should see the other guy. And she has an ego problem, and she doesn't want to be real and be like, oh, I look like a jackass. I feel like she talks herself up just to, I don't know. I don't agree with everything Emmy does. I hate her fake crying face, but like, I feel like this was blown out of proportion because the way Justin worded it. And I feel like after that moment, Brad should have gone straight to Emmy and said, what's up? Instead of talking to 7 different people about it.
Listen,
Linda.
So the weird thing about the event that they went to where Emmy was all good and great with Brad and then Will shows up and so then she just acts like nothing. The thing that's weird about that to me is that we have just saw how she came into that apology at the Folly Beach House or whatever. The way that she gave that apology was like, very dramatic and very like, she said many, many, many things about like, you're supposed to be a groomsman and like, I never wanted us to get here. Like she really went out of her way to make it seem very real and that she truly felt bad. Like now we know Emmy doesn't, like, she's just an idiot. So like, I get that. I wouldn't think that she's very serious with much of anything. But if I'm Brad, I am taking her seriously because of just the very specific things that she said in the apology. So when we then see her on the phone with her sister later and giving a completely different kind of story about like, oh yeah, I just said what I had to say, like these fools don't know. Like now I'm wondering, did she tell Will that she didn't really apologize? Or like, I just said what I had to say, like,
right.
And so now she's got to kind of pretend in front of Will that like, they're not cool. Did she even tell Will that the apology happened at all, Right. So that could be why she was so kind of like black and white about like, just the shift in how she was treating Brad at that event. That could be something. But just Brad out of all of them, I could see how he could have believed her. Which is dumb, Brad. You know this bitch. You know she's great.
I think it was a real apology. I think the crying and all the hysterics weren't. But just like you said, she brought up some very real shit.
Yeah.
And maybe I have see the world in rose-colored glasses. I don't think anyone's that calculated or that manipulative to think out all of those points and say them in the heat of the moment. I don't know anyone that articulate, that manipulative to be able to pull those things out of thin air.
So one is the truth and one's a lie. Because this is. I'm sorry. Wait, what did you say?
He said Craig Conover.
Oh my God, he's not even on this show. He does this all the time.
I called him that yesterday at work. I was like, "You're acting like a real Craig."
Dude, he is Craig, and that's what's so crazy about this whole thing. He does so many Craig Conover things.
I hate Craig.
So you must hate him because they're like the same guy.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Stupid.
Okay, so the two things here, one of these is a lie. She's either means the apologies, which like when I saw her give that apology to Brad, I did, again, like if I just didn't think Emmy's such a twat, then I would have really believed it, like word for word, like everything she was saying just felt very like, and also to like, when they cut together like the montage of like their past, like these two were kind of thick as thieves. They were super tight. She is the one that got the girl that Brad's dating now to go out with him. Like they did seem to have a genuine friendship. So it might be more so that she's just lying to other people and trying to save face to them that she didn't mean it.
It's all about that.
That makes way more sense to me. I didn't even think about that.
Like I all these moments I think are real with her, but I think that her pride and her ego are unable to come to grips with it afterwards, or she doesn't want to tell her sister, yeah, I'm a punk ass bitch, and like I apologize because I was a
wrong.
Twat. I love the a twat.
People don't use twat nearly as much as they should.
And I think that goes back to the hotel room conversation that they heard, talking to the mom, talking to Will. Like I just feel like she just
like, listen, Emmy, it's still shitty. You're still an asshole. Like, just be proud of being able to apologize about something and that, like, you actually give a shit about this guy. But now I in this moment, I am rethinking it. I think she really does care about Brad, but she, for some reason, does not want Will to know that, does not want her sister to know that, does not want whoever she was caught, you know, because the camera wasn't on them in that hot mic later where she's talking in the back to someone being like, microaggression, like, whatever. Yeah. Like, it seems like she doesn't want anyone to know that she's friends with Brad.
Yeah, no, I think that's it. I think I just cracked the case on that one. A whole other
can of worms. Why are you ashamed of Brad?
It might not even be Brad. It might be ashamed of apologizing, ashamed of admitting that you're wrong. Ashamed, you know, like
maybe it's a Charleston thing. Craig doesn't like to apologize. What were we saying? It doesn't seem like when Brad said Maddi takes her beefs to the grave. So if she's apologizing, I'm gonna take it and run.
I don't think Craig doesn't like to apologize. I think Craig is clueless on how his actions affect other people, or doesn't even think what he's doing warrants an apology.
Listen, when he said to Austin brought totally up an instance. Austin said that he was, you know, talking to Craig about, like, for whatever girl he was dating at the time. He was telling Craig, okay, I need to text this girl and, like, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to apologize for this thing that happened. And then, like, blah, 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 blah. And he said that Craig was like, no, whoa. Don't apologize. Never apologize. That's admitting that you did something wrong. You didn't do anything wrong here. Don't, like, so that's why I think that Craig, I don't know who told him that. Maybe he has an older brother or a dad that said never, like, because it's a lawyer thing. Once you apologize, and like someone was saying, Bethany Frankel was on TikTok the other day talking about this thing that had happened with this company that she had bought something from that totally, I think, she had a bad reaction to or whatever. And that she said, I could tell that this woman, everything she was saying to me was basically, I'm sorry. She's like, but I know business. You can't say the words, I'm sorry, or that can be used in a lawsuit. So I think maybe it's a lawyer thing that, like, that could, I don't know, but obviously, I mean, it's not but Will's a lawyer. Will has probably said, never apologize, because that's admitting that you're in the wrong. I think that Emmy, everything that she does is like she's trying to impress Will. Like I said, if she doesn't want to admit to Will that she apologized, she's going to not talk to Brad right then and there, because then she would have to admit that she apologized. When she's on the phone with her parents and Will's there, or maybe she was on the phone with Will's parents, I can't remember. Will's mom. So she's saying, yeah, we got them, because I think she's trying to impress this family of attorneys that are like, here's the rule book of how you can communicate with people and never be on the hook for anything.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going with that.
You want to move on because I said 90-minute show and you're trying to help me out, and I love you for that.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. But I was going to segue, like, you know, the Craig and Austin.
I also am, like, as you're explaining, I'm like 100%. Like, she's totally trying to impress the law office manager mom, who's like we've talked about it many times, that Will.
I think it's impressing she did it to her sister too. I think she just
everybody
tries to impress everyone and put on a better face than what actually happened.
Yeah, and I think it's less about a Brad, or it's less about the person and more about I'm just not going to admit that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But we've talked about how, like, if Will leaves Emmy, it's because he'll think subconsciously that she's not office manager material. Yeah. Right? And
which is bonkers.
Yeah, and because she totally is. But so she's going to try to clearly suck up to office manager mom and be like,
it's not a hard job.
It's not that hard.
No.
All right, let's get to Grace Lilly and her journey, and have Travis shit all over
I just feel like
sobriety
this pulled on
journey.
All of Natalie's heartstrings, and I didn't buy it. I didn't buy some of it.
You didn't buy that she has a substance abuse problem and she's finally going to get help?
I just have a lot of questions.
Fire away.
Like, ketamine is Grace Lilly, G Lil, goes to a counselor to talk about her addiction to ketamine and her substance abuse problem. Ketamine's a very, very powerful drug. You don't get that for depression without trying multiple other drugs beforehand and the doctor going, we have to do something crazy because this isn't working.
I didn't know that you could even get it prescribed for personal use. I know that in California, at least, you can go to a center and
it's always administered.
They've got like
monitored by a clinician. Yes.
Yeah, a person
Some
in there.
states are different.
Yeah.
I looked this all up because I was like, what? How is she talking about ketamine right now?
Yeah.
And
Did she say she got it prescribed?
Yeah, she said I 2 years ago it was a prescription. Some days I wouldn't use it at all. Some days I would overuse it. And now the vibe I got was that the prescription has run its course, and now
it definitely has.
Yeah,
she talks about her friend that died.
Yeah,
getting a bad batch.
Yeah,
you don't get batches of prescriptions.
Yeah,
like it doesn't. No.
Don't know.
Yeah, you don't get your little RX bottle and like your friend. It's like says same bottle as Grace Lilly.
Yeah. So
the serial numbers are the same.
And first of all, 2.5, 3 years. That's basically this whole run of the show, right? The whole Southern Hospitality. I also, the thing that worries me about Grace Lilly, she's not an adult. She's a child.
Yeah.
She's like a 15-year-old girl that lives with her parents and doesn't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm fully buying this scene happening after she keeps, I don't know. It feels like a setup. It feels produced. It feels like Grace Lilly would never go to this place to talk to this dude about it, but she's having some bad PR with the group right now. So let's play this card. So it feels like a Craig Conover alcoholic move is what it feels like personally.
Let me tell you, there's a bunch of ladies.
You guys are right in the comments about how great Travis is. Perfect addition to the team.
Until Chrissy Sheeks gets a hold of him and says, wow, you don't like Craigie?
It's fine. It's totally fine, Christy. We can still be friends.
It's just more people obsessed with Craig. We all get that.
There's not. But whatever. He's not on the show, like you said. So
exactly.
In the beginning of this scene, I don't know. I was like, I don't know if I'm buying this. She's being a little too silly, Grace Lilly. That's her next track, Silly Grace Lilly.
Silly Lily.
I was like, this seems not real. And then they cut to the confessional where she's like talking and giggling and then not giggling and then starting to break down and then says on camera, I think I just have to admit it, like right now, and then loses it. And I was like, was that it? Was that the moment? Did you just have this moment in real life during your confessional and break down? Like, I envisioned that stopping down, that interview, and I don't know if this happened, but like to me, it felt like that was the moment that she had where she was willing to accept this fact that she has this problem, admit it. She happened to be sitting in an interview with a producer who might have pushed for it.
Definitely.
Not in a bad way or a good way, I don't know. But like, I would imagine they stopped down after that and that producer, if they had a half a heart at all, talked to her. And like somebody was like, dude, are you sick? Do you want... I can help. We can get you some help. Let's go.
And we can record it while it's happening too.
After that, she went to this place. Like, I have no idea if that's true. But when this thing started, I didn't buy it. After that, I was like, that's where my head went. I thought that was the moment that interview happened before. And this could very well be a pickup scene that happened afterwards. Again, making shit up. But
listen,
that's the vibe I got.
If we do go back and like, I don't know what the timeline is of like, you know, she has been charged a couple times now for for this drug related instances. I know that one was getting pulled over with, you know, her happy pills. I don't know what the other one was for. I feel like it was drug related, but I can't remember what the other one was.
Is ketamine a pill?
It's a nasal spray. I know a lot a lot about ketamine.
Yeah, really, bro. Jesus.
The only way I know you can take it home in a prescription is like a nasal spray. Everything else is administered through an IV at a hospital.
So I feel like there was a significant time gap in between these two charges. Like, and when I say significant, I mean at least 6 months or something. So, you know, maybe this confession could have been spurred by the fact that they could have been filming at the time that the first thing happened. So she might have been trying to get ahead of something. Here's the thing that, you know how we just had this talk about on Summer House, that great conversation that they had about race that just felt like really, it was an intriguing, interesting conversation.
Yeah.
The way that she was talking to this counselor, he was trying to give her the thing like, oh, well, some people have told me that it's like you're in the ocean and you're swimming, but you've got a rock, like a heavy rock in one hand, and you're just trying to paddle with the other. And she said, she gives a whole other analogy. She gives her wavy baby analogy, but she says, I am a strong person. I can get through things. I've given this up before, and then I'll go back to it. But I know that I can get through this, but now I don't know where I'm paddling to. Mm-hmm. I see all these things for my life, but I don't even know if I'm going the right direction. Like she said something that I hadn't heard it described that way before. Like, I'm strong enough to keep going. I'm always going to wake up in the morning. I'm always going to get my shit done. I'm going to pay my phone bill and whatever. But like, I have all these things I want to do, but I don't even know if am I going in the right direction to even get there? Like, it was a dope way to hear about someone who, cause like some people are just not addictive personality people. I never have an addiction. Like I can pretty much partake in anything I want and never wake up the next day and
Lucky
go, oh, I
you.
really want to have something.
Rub it in.
Well, I'm just saying some people are, my sister Lisa and I talk about it all the time. Our entire family is full of addicts. My dad and my sister Lisa and I, somehow this has escaped us, but we are drowning in it amongst us and my nephews and my aunts and it's everybody in our family. We don't know how it passed us. Anyhow, that kind of seems like Grace has a decent control over this, but like asking yourself, where am I going? How one thing I did think was kind of interesting was when she said that she had never, like nobody, only Maddie was the only person. Maddie's the only person that she's confided to about this. She's never talked to anybody else about it. And she said, not even my parents know. And I was just thinking, like, if I'm Grace Lilly's parents and I have no idea that she's on drugs, I might watch this episode and go, oh.
That explains a lot.
Oh, honey, now we get it.
Yeah, honey, you gotta watch this. Babe, I don't have time for the TikToks. No, babe. Watch this. It's about Grace.
Because if you have a daughter like Grace Lilly, yeah. I would find her to be a treasure. But if I'm a parent, I might get like, this is not like our friends' kids. Like, she's a little different. I might be like almost relieved to know, like, oh, you have a drug problem.
Yeah, cool. We can fix that.
So that's why I thought it was her explanation of how she feels in those moments of getting high is that, you know, it was too specific to me to think that this was a setup, like a staged thing. However, it would depend on when she got that first charge, because then you would want to get ahead of it.
First of all, if she got charged while the show was filming and we didn't see it, Andy Cohen needs to fire some producers.
Well, no,
straight up, this is Bravo. They show all that shit. So like, I can't imagine.
The charge just happened. Like
this is a second one. But like they've both been aired. But like what could you really do if the show is filming? She's not on the air yet. So like, I know that they talked about it. Like, I don't think that they were trying to hide that. I mean, it was all over the news. So that's why I think like I could understand if you think it was staged, it would make sense that. But like,
I wasn't buying any of my brother's an addict.
Yeah,
I have a very addictive. Yeah, I deal with shit.
Yeah,
and the whole like I can stop. I've stopped before, but I do it again. That's not. You're an addict. That's not how it works. An alcoholic is always an alcoholic. Or even if you don't drink for 50 years, you're an alcoholic. So it sounded to me what an addict would say to somebody as they're like, "Oh, I'm seeing the light. I'm better," but they're gonna end up in a ditch again.
Yeah,
because they're not. They have a problem.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I
mean, clearly she just got busted recently again. Yeah. So like she clearly has an issue.
Clearly she likes to party.
Yeah. I like to party too. Yeah. God bless me with not having that gene, that thing. So I thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
All right. Now we're at Michael's new place. Pretty sweet little pad. Lake comes over, takes off her shoes because, I don't know, that's what you do when you're Lake. And they talk about the microaggression. Travis microaggressions me all the time.
My biggest takeaway from this scene is I feel like Lake can be Team Emmy and still not be okay with what Emmy said, just because she was like, "I'm Team Emmy" at the gay, girls and gays party. She can be both.
Yeah.
And also like just hearing about how her father made her I feel like. I don't know, the fact that she was like, I okayed what Michael said. I agree with what Michael, like, the fact that she didn't feel a need to say anything more is okay.
I kind of feel that way too when it's someone like if she's a person that is a person who not just herself but her entire family has dealt with that as well. You kind of just have to trust them that they know what they're doing, that they know what's a big deal and what's not, and if they choose to. I don't know. I think she probably expected like a mutual trust between her and Brad. Like if I'm not freaking out about this, it's like clearly I know what it is. I've been through it myself. So if I'm not freaking out about it, you shouldn't freak out that I'm not freaking out about it. But that's just me being like someone who's obviously been told a million times, don't speak on things you don't know about. And people that do know about them trust that they know what they're doing. So that's why I wasn't taken aback. I'm taken aback that Lake likes Emmy 1%. That's where I think all of my energy goes into just being like, how are you guys friends? But
I think Lake is just a kind-hearted human being.
Yeah,
when she sees everyone gang up on someone, she's like, that person needs someone.
Yeah.
They just need someone other than like everyone else is against that person. I just think Lake's kind.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, she is.
That's a good point. I'll give you that. And I'm also though like, huh? Why do you? Because Lake is quickly like Michael's used to be my favorite, and then the little blow up knocked him down a little bit in my book. I still like him,
yelling
but I
at
was
Molly.
like, the yelling at Molly, and then the like meltdown with Leva afterwards was just kind of like, what, dude?
Yeah. Get your shit together.
Yeah, seriously, you're doing so good. You're like the adult in the group, and then you just showed everyone like, no, I'm not.
Then you had
22.
a boohoo cry. Yeah.
I'm 22. Everyone, don't forget that.
I know. I do forget he's 22.
I do too. Which is like, oh, you had a 22-year-old moment, and I'm like, what the hell? I don't even. I definitely do as well. But that's your fault. You act like you're 37.
Yeah.
So Lake is now my favorite, and I think that I agree. Like I feel like this was just, and this is the thing. Like this show is fun, and we go back and forth on like, is this show gonna pop off? Is something gonna happen? And we kind of sometimes the two of us think it will. Sometimes the two of us think it won't.
After watching Vanderpump, no. Leva needs to be more of a player in this show. Leva needs to be more involved, just like Lisa Vanderpump was.
She might not be because people do not like. People know Leva from Southern Charm, and nobody likes her. Yeah, so maybe that's why they're like.
I feel like there's a blueprint they took for Vanderpump that they wish this was, and it's not the same.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's something I don't know. This episode made me feel like they're getting somewhere though. Because all I've ever called it was Vanderpump knockoff. And I don't know, maybe also because Vanderpump is now kind of like, even though it's back, it's not really back, it's back in a different weird way. But I don't know. I think this show is going to continue to grow a lot, like big time after this season. That's just my prediction.
TBD.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was saying about Blake.
I interrupted you. It's okay.
You did. Thanks a lot, Travis.
Listen, this scene doesn't really matter because we're going to get into it with the actual key players soon enough. So
yeah, fine. Let's go back to work. Is Ella's the blonde? Is she a new one? Is this the first time we're meeting her?
Yeah.
I don't remember her.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Who's the girl that you were like, oh, she's cute? That was at Molly's, and we didn't know who she was either.
Was that Bella?
Oh, there's a Bella and an Ella.
A Bella and an Ella.
Okay.
Beldasha. Remember Beldasha?
I do.
All right, so we're back at work. Some people are missing. Brad's having his Body by Brad event. Let's just hop right into that because what I don't understand a tour.
Dude,
what
that's
is
exactly.
the tour?
It was like my only note. I was like, who's going to tell me? Like, is my dentist going to tell me I'm going to be on tour next?
Yeah, the dentist is going on tour. Like, is this like a podcast tour?
I mean, everyone's touring. I think that we're the only ones not touring.
Can we get a tour? Should we do a tour?
Listen, that's the last thing I would want. But
can
you guys should go on tour.
come to our place and suggest you guys need to go on tour?
Yeah.
What does a fitness guy do on tour?
They go rent out a ballroom at the local Hilton.
Or you pay like $20 to do a
Hilton
workout?
Garden. Yeah.
If you're Jane Fonda, you can go on a fitness tour.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Brad,
Yeah, but did you see what Jane Fonda was wearing? I mean, come on, people were lying,
Yeah, that was the whole fashion era as well. So I don't know what kind of fashion Brad's bringing. So yeah, whatever. He's going on tour. He's obviously a reality TV star, and you know, maybe he could do some shit with Maddie, DJ the event, and then it'll. I don't know. These kids know how to make money. We clearly don't. So
I just thought about this, but I almost want to bet money that like if there is a next season, some rumor about him hooking up with someone on his tour.
Oh, 100,000%.
Yeah, it feels like right now.
Yeah, no, that's already on the season 5 storyboard. 100%.
Maybe the girlfriend though is like the Will's dad's mom. I'm gonna manage this tour. I'm gonna be the tour manager.
Or is she the Joe Bradley to the Maddie? You know?
Yeah.
Follow Brad around.
She did bring out the sign and have like a what's it called when you've got those? What are they? Not sprinkler.
Sparkler. Oh, bro.
I'm sorry. It's also bigger than a normal sparkler, you know, that I grew up with. You know, my neighborhood cul-de-sac. Woo, my sparkler.
Your 4th of July sparklies.
Yeah.
I don't think she's a puppy dog follow you around like Joe. I think she's more
a real tour manager.
Yeah, but like Sharon Osbourne. Like she seems like she's running shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind the scenes type deal.
Yeah.
I think that's what you'll see there. She's not gonna. You're gonna bang some hoe on tour. We're done.
Yeah.
And it will be the biggest mistake you've ever literally made in your life.
Okay, I won't do it. Jeez.
Don't do it. That's the vibe I'm getting with these two.
Yeah.
The last little part of this scene is Joe having an epiphany that all his friends are doing Mr. Wiener businesses and going on tour with their dumbbells, and he needs to get his act together.
He has that epiphany every time someone does something with their life. He's like, "Oh, I should do something."
Yeah, no, for
and he
sure.
doesn't, and then someone else does something. He's like, "What?"
Has Joe ever said anything that he wants to do other than a concept and he has dreams?
I mean, he washed that car really well last episode.
He does like his truck.
Yeah.
But nothing really, right? Just that he wants to own.
He wants Leva
to buy him a club.
He wants Leva to tom him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, Joe Bradley.
TomTom's up for sale now.
Good luck to you, Bradley.
Should we buy TomTom?
Joe? Wait, should we buy TomTom?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You think my credit union would be into that?
Yeah, sure. F that
Call
place.
it Michaely.
Mia shows up and Justin obviously gets a boner. So that's cool.
That is cool. That's good for him.
Another win for Mia.
You don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, Mia's got a lot of win.
Yeah.
Justin and Maddie and Joe leave Brad's tour party. They go back to work. Everybody asks them how it was, and I think Joe was like, "Oh, it's sweet, it was packed." And Emmy chimes in, "Oh, it was packed with only 93 people there."
Emmy says that?
Yeah, Emmy like in passing says that. Oh,
What?
how is it packed? There's only 93 people there.
Why is she such a dick?
I'd be pretty pumped if we had 93 people at like a meet and greet or some stupid little event. Like, oh, we are going on the tour and 93 people. I don't know 93 people. I don't know 9.
No, 93 people want to pay $20 to get in to some little small shitty theater for us. I'd be like, oh my God.
See, it's pretty packed to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emmy was being a little snatch face.
She is such a snatch.
A twat.
Snatch face. Brad shows up with his group. He gets in and now he's a customer now. So he's like, no, give me my table and give me my bottles.
Yeah, we'll talk after I get my bottles.
But then Lake, with her classic Lake, is instantly, no, we're going to talk. Like Lake is like Meg. We're not waiting for anything. We're doing it right now. Somebody walks by the thing. I'm going to go tell Michaels. Somebody says the thing. I'm going to go tell Michaels. I need to talk to somebody and you show up. We're going to do it right now. And I love that she was
Meg?
like, yeah.
Meg is their co-EP on their
Meg's
show.
one of the co-EPs on AGT. And if there's something needs to be done, we're not waiting. we're doing it now. We should have done it 20 minutes ago, even though we just found out about it 10 minutes ago. Why isn't it done already?
Yeah.
In the nicest way. Very efficient, Meg is. So that's Lake. Lake is very, like, let's just nip it in the bud. Let's get it done now. So I love that he walks in the door and she's like, we need to go talk. And he's like, let me get my bottles first and then we'll go talk.
Yeah.
Priorities. I like that, Brad.
One thing I love about this whole thing, if anyone's worked in the service industry and just been a waiter, there's always, everyone there's got a side gig. Everyone there is starting a side. They're either have a CD that they're trying to pump. They've making a boondoggle keychain that they're trying to pump, like whatever it is. I like that. Leva is so open to everybody having their own gigs and kind of like letting her staff go and work things or letting everybody come to her place. I'm sure she comped that table for Brad. I'm sure, but Brad's also bringing all his like fitness clients over. And like, I like the ethos of this company. And again, as someone who is a Leva hater on every other avenue, this specific show, I just think she runs a good ship that seems very, help me help you, and it's all
very community, very
concentric,
symbiotic.
Yeah.
You didn't think I knew that word, did you?
I don't even know what it means.
I still don't think you know the definition.
Yeah.
You just said it. You heard a word once.
We could be wrong. That could have not made any sense. Concentric could have not made any sense. I just know there's concentric circles, so it just seems like everyone's. Grace Lilly there'd be a whole like stars would be coming out of it when she.
There'd be a song about it. All right, so Brad gets his bottles and they go in the back and have their chat. Michael's offers to mediate. They're like, we're grown ass kids, we can do this. So he bounces and they start their conversation. Lake tries to start the conversation.
Oh, dude. Oof.
You didn't like it? I didn't like how he went about, but I totally understood where he was coming from.
I've had to do it before, and apologizing to someone with that smug face on there, just that little. I'm ready. And then like she was like, I'm sorry for what? What part? Like you, dude.
Say that.
You. He said she started to say, I'm sorry for, and he goes, what part?
Well, he said, I don't know why she's like, I wanted to pull you to have this conversation. And he goes, which is a conversation that I don't even know why we should have to have.
He interrupts her and he says, he doesn't think they should even be having this conversation in the first place, which he's not wrong. Like I'm with Lake, she's still, but like, if I understand where he's coming from, like this is still, like he should have trusted her, but he didn't, and now we're here, and so he's right. Like, what are we doing? I'm a black man, you're a black woman. Why are we having this conversation? Yeah. This shouldn't be happening.
Because
he's
Michael 100%
said so. Right.
Because Michael said so. You're angry.
The other black guy, like what again? What this? So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Lake should have done more because I'm now realizing like I can't be on Lake's side about like, no, I think she was fine.
I don't think there's a side here.
And then also be on Brad's side where I understand him because those are two different things. So now I'm conflicted. Myself.
Travis has a side. You're on a side.
I don't like Brad.
Right. So
it has nothing to do with the race or the microaggression. I don't. Oh,
I'm so glad you're okay with his race. Then.
No, but I'm sorry. Nothing about like the racism or microaggressions that like were thrown out. It has nothing to do with that. He looks so smug waiting for that apology in my mind, and I hated it. I've had to apologize to people with smug faces like that, and you're just like, what?
Yeah, I know.
Like
you don't think he chilled out though by the end?
No.
Really?
Yeah. No, I don't like Brad at all.
Do you remember what I said? Like, I went into this season being like, F Brad. Like, I hated Brad. I didn't trust Brad for anything. And then I couldn't remember why. So again, I need to go back and remember why. For this specific conversation, what I found most interesting about it is that the way that he did cut her off when she was like, I just wanted to pull you and blah, blah, blah for this conversation. When he did kind of cut her off and say, I don't even know why we have to have this conversation. I was taken aback. I said it to you. And normally everything, when we watch shows together, we say nothing pretty much the whole time.
Save it for the pod.
Save it for the show. But I just went ahead and said, like, I'm surprised because all we've been doing is kind of praising Brad for the way that he is able to have conversations and be like, so tell me, where did you feel shunned? Where did you feel wronged? How did I, like, what's the thing that happened that made you feel like he's been an oddly good communicator, far better than I could ever be. So I was surprised to see him take this approach because it just didn't fit what he'd been doing. And then I thought about it and realized that the other times I see him in these kinds of situations, it's always with white people. And I feel like Brad has to, because as we've seen across these shows and as they've been trying to tell us, that they have got to really check themselves and really think about everything that's coming out of their mouths. In this moment, I found Brad just letting himself be himself and be like, we shouldn't even have to talk. Like he doesn't talk that way to Maddie. He doesn't talk that way to Emmy. He doesn't talk that way to the group. So I want to have some not empathy, but like some like understanding of like, he's talking to someone that he feels like, I have to curb myself in front of everyone here. You probably do too. So I'm just going to tell you, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
so
right.
like, that's the only, but I had the same exact response that you had until I just thought about it a little
know.
more.
I mean, and like I said, I do think it's interesting. Listen, we're all humans. Everyone's different. But it's funny that they both didn't think they needed to have the conversation. Brad thinks she should have done more. She didn't think they needed to have a conversation because she thought she did enough. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just different strokes for different folks. Everyone, you know what I'm saying? Every human's dealing with their own emotions, their own thought process.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy that how neither of them thought the conversation needed to be had.
Yeah.
But for drastic reasons.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. He thinks it's crazy she didn't stick up for him, and she thinks it's crazy that he thinks it's crazy that
she's like, I did.
I
backed my goals. I said, yep, agree with that.
Yeah.
So it's just,
Can we talk about Joe and his mid-shift hair? Like, I love that they sent Joe in and like our Emmy. Like, I love that we got two opposite things.
Yeah.
Joe just like freaking clueless.
Totally.
And full on, and both of them just being like,
I wish he would have come in and actually done more stuff.
Dude,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Just completely
do I.
just open a
like,
locker room
on break. Like, oh, I'm on my 15. Like,
sits down, starts eating the sandwich.
Crazy.
No, but like a protein bar.
Totally.
It's like, how many grams
The
of protein
wrapper
is in
and
this? I
shit's
got to hit my
crinkling.
macros.
Yeah, totally.
When I see
So
Joe do
amazing.
this shit now, and I complained about it last episode. I'm like, this friggin' slow-mo truck washing, whatever. But now I think that it was a missed opportunity that they didn't shoot him at however many frames per second, like whatever, like just a slow-mo cam, and like let that be a running bit for Joe. Because I think it would make him like, I think it would make him endearing, and he'd be more likable if he was like, they just kind of set him up that way. Like, that would have been hilarious. Make him part of the bit, you know? That'd be funny.
Yeah. Little slow-mo hair comb.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
I want to
no,
see
that-
one slow-mo piece at least every other episode from Joe. And I think that would people could get on board with Joe more.
Yeah.
Hot tip. Pro tip.
It is
From an
also
amateur.
funny that like Joe's so clueless. Like he walked in, they got silent, and his immediate reaction wasn't what, oh, they're talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emmy walks in, they get silent, she's like, oh, they're talking shit about me.
Yeah.
Joe was just like,
Yeah, no, Emmy almost had
Yeah.
a heart attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. So Emmy comes in, then bails. They kind of finish their thing. Brad's cool, I guess. He accepts her apology. And then Emmy walks out and is like, I just walked, what the hell's going on? And Ella, the new girl, who we've never met, knows more about what's happening in this group than anybody in the group
really
or the
tapped in.
people that are watching this show for 4 years.
Producer plant.
Well, I think she's a producer, not a producer plan. She could be Ella, the showrunner. This is definitely the post producer. This girl has seen every piece of footage that's ever been filmed and has the rundown of exactly what's going on in a room that most of us aren't even aware there's two people in.
Yeah.
This was a fantastic breakdown from a girl I've never seen in my life. Yeah, pretty fantastic. Emmy did not agree. She did not think it was a very great breakdown. Could not believe that this microaggression, whatever word you're using, was happening, and had a hard time explaining even what it was. Loved Justin's whole thing of like, oh, Emmy this and that. But to be totally honest, I don't think Emmy knows what a microaggression is. And
So
then
good.
again, brilliant editing, cut into Emmy stumbling over the definition.
It was the first moment that I was like, this Justin guy's not horrible.
I don't not like Justin. Like he's a pervy like boy, but like I'm not a chick, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't have any sisters, so like I think I'm good for now. I don't mind him. I don't mind him.
I know. I don't know. The way that they, you know, it was his intro, and it's the producers who decide like, we're going to take these two traits about you and really exploit them to get people to get to know you. But like, it definitely did him a disservice if he does have any like real substance to offer. Like, you set him back, guys. I'm sorry that happened to you, Justin.
What's the M rule? That's the M rule thing.
Yeah.
Like M rule on Summer House last
Yeah.
season came in hot with the whole, he's missing the first night because he's going to a sex party, and then
Yeah.
he's sex party guy. And then all we know about M rule is he likes to have multiple partners, any sex party guy.
He also brought like someone home like 5 nights in a row.
So what? He was at a summer house on the weekends. Like that's
on a reality
to
show about a group of people at a summer house
partying,
and he didn't even talk to people. Just use it as a hotel room. Don't like it. Just
fine. That's what he chose to do.
Because I think we talked about that. Where you were like,
and the point is, he ended up having an amazing.
All right, you want to f him rule? That's cool, dude. Just back up.
No, just say you wish that you were one of those one of the 5 nights.
What's that?
We had 5 nights of women, different women, multiple women sometimes each night.
No, he said it was only like 2 or 3 nights.
Well, every weekend that he was there, he had.
Yeah, you guys are being.
No, like listen, no one's hating on it, but the point is that he did.
No, my point that I'm trying to make is that like. He ended up having a lot of depth and being like someone that we were all halfway through. We were like, oh, God, this guy seems like it would be nice to get to know him. But he was set up as sex guy. Yeah. And we never got to hear anything else. And now Emerald's gone and we'll never hear about his nieces who he built a school for.
I know.
All right. Where are we now?
It's Emmy freaking out about the microaggression.
Oh, yeah. Emmy's freaking out about the microaggression. Ella breaks down the entire history of the world to her.
I don't know if I should say this on camera. Feel free to cut it out. But like, I've been there where Amy's at. Like a decade ago, like I was just bragging about how I got pulled over. Not bragging, but like I got pulled over that one night and I didn't have my driver's license. My registration was out. I didn't have my insurance on me and they let me go. And one of my friends said that that's white privilege. And I immediately just flipped out. What? No, it couldn't be. Like, it was almost like, I've journey, learning more every day kind of thing. But like, I didn't check my privilege. I didn't understand it. But like, my initial reaction was to get like, what? Because it's almost a knock on your character is what it feels like a little bit.
Yeah.
I've done my own research and I've healed and I've done my journey and I'm trying to be a better person and like be aware of other people's shit now.
Yeah. You've been to the
HR
meetings.
But I do understand that immediate when you get accused of. And you're like, it wasn't that. That's not what I don't like Emmy, but I understand some of her psychology with that. Like, it's not a fun thing to be accused of.
No
one wants to be called a racist. No one wants to, and I don't think they're saying it, but like, there's a tone there under the microaggression.
Well,
like,
even Brad said it. He's like, I don't think Emmy's racist. Yeah, and clearly Lake said it and believes that because they're friends. I think though there's something like I agree with what you're saying, and I think that you and I are of a certain age of like we had that reaction of like, no, I'm not racist. I'm not. Oh, we're talking like because we're not racist, and we don't want you to think that we are. That being said, we're older. I like 2026 and a younger person. I don't think you have that reaction. You know what I mean? Like that. If you're a younger person, you're of an age of like. Your first reaction should be of a place of understanding. And she's flipping out like an old person, like a, kind of like a dick. Like she's being a dick about it. And she's too young to be a dick about this kind of thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So basically you're racist. I'm kidding.
No,
please cut that out if it makes me look bad.
No, it doesn't at all. I will say
and that's why I said I agree with because like you're right. Like it's and especially with that one, with the white privilege thing, because the first reaction is like, I'm not racist. Like, I'm not calling you racist. I'm just pointing out a fact.
That you live with something that not everyone has.
Exactly.
Not everyone gets to walk through life that way.
Craig Conover has hot privilege. There's all kinds of privileges. We happen to have white privilege, and it is a thing. Yeah. But there is a reaction the first time someone tells you that. Your first reaction is, I'm not racist. I'm like, well, no one's calling you racist. Yeah. We're just stating the thing that you have, like that you live with. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Immediately, Emmy's response, and I was like, yeah, I get that. I've been there, that one.
Yeah. But she's, I don't know. I think she's being a little extra about it, and she's
younger than
me,
like 3 decades younger than you. So it just like
they're 3.5 maybe.
It took me a long time to really like it. Because every time I get pulled over, I get a ticket. Like no one's ever let me off of anything. I'm in trouble all the time. I grew up in trouble all the time. I was always like, I really was like the one friend in our group that like would get in trouble and everyone else would get sent home. And I would be like sat there and stuck there and wait till my parents came to pick me up. Like, so I never really thought about I would always also kind of bump up against, like, if somebody told me I had privilege, I'd be like, I'm in trouble all fucking time. So like, no, I don't have that. But maybe I wouldn't have just gotten the ticket. Maybe I would have gotten arrested. Maybe I would have gotten taken to jail. But I've been taken to jail a couple of times too.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
These degenerates. I'm the one.
Listen, it's been a long time, but I lived life. We lived our lives.
I've been arrested so many times that I've tried I've sat there in silence for 30 minutes. I broke down crying. I tried to be their friend. Every tactic, none of them work.
Exactly.
I get away. I don't mean to rub it in, but literally,
this is what I'm saying.
Have gotten away with so many instances and run-ins with the law.
So maybe that's why it was easier earlier for you to say, like, no, I've definitely, like, thank you. Like, whereas Travis and I are always in trouble. So like, it's a little harder for us to see, like, what's our privilege? Because we're always in trouble. But maybe it could have been much worse, you know? Maybe.
I mean, statistically, by the amount of times I have had run-ins with cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
definitely have a privilege there. The amount of times I've walked away.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do get that, like, initial. I never felt it until just realizing that it could have just been much worse. The fact that I would just get a ticket or would just. Yeah, I got arrested, but I would just have, like, it'd be a misdemeanor. Oh, I had possession. I had a joint. Or I'm walking in, before I'm 21, I'm walking in Isla Vista in college in Santa Barbara, and I'm the only asshole that was like, I'm just taking my beer with me, and everyone else has got their cups upside down. And I'm like, no, I just went to the cake. I waited like 20 minutes in line for this.
This is America.
Yeah, I'm not dumbing this out.
This is Santa Barbara.
Yeah, this is Santa Barbara. So I totally get that. The thing about with what Emmy's bigger sort of charges in this is that it's just such a small town. It is the South, and you're basically putting it out there to the world, and also on a show that's being broadcast, like, that this guy made you feel unsafe. And it just is you're really f***ing with someone's life that does not have the privilege that you do, and whatever. Yeah. So
it's also like
she's just stupid.
In the definition of microaggression, it's like it's subtle. It's often unintentional.
Yeah, totally.
So like I just
micro part of it.
Yeah.
I think Emmy's dumb. I don't think Emmy's dumb. I think Emmy plays dumb on TV, but I also think that the audience and the people watching are smart enough to realize that. I forgot what I was going to say.
No, I saw your mind work. I just saw you go.
Bailed on me.
That happens.
That's old guy stuff.
Yeah.
What were you saying about Emmy right before?
It's one thing to just say, like, I don't have privilege. It's another thing to put somebody else kind of in harm's way. Like, what she's saying was a more chargeable offense.
I think that the audience is smart enough to understand that, like, you said this thing that we're classifying as a microaggression, and rightfully so, because, like, it does seem like you maybe kind of knew what you were doing. And I only say that now because you literally said, right, even though you disagree, you made this apology for saying that this Brad was scary, and then said that you only did it because you know Brad and TJ are so scary. Like, What? So, like,
but I don't think Reese was involved there. She's literally scared of, like, man, those two people could f with you if you really piss them off.
I agree. I don't think Reese is involved either. I don't think Emmy's a racist.
No,
I don't think this is a race thing. I think that she should have known that she probably should have used other language. I think that not understanding this whole thing now, hearing about it from multiple people, is a little odd. But I think that the viewers are smart enough to be like, Emmy, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
So this is what it reminded me of, because she's, at the time, this is still the same thing. Like, when I had she's speaking to attorneys, she's speaking to lawyers, she's trying to say, like, she knows how to do this. She's listening to what you guys are saying. She's not apologizing. She's not admitting any wrong here. It made me think of, like, the time that, because she's still, this whole thing happened when she's on the phone with those people. So it made me think about the time, and I don't know if, like, you can tell me to not include this if you want, but when, like, forever ago, like, when weed cards first became a thing, and you went to go get a weed card, and it was with a doctor, and you were like, they were just asking you questions, and you were like, they were like, are you do you have pain? And you're like, no, not really. And they go, yeah, have you ever had any surgeries?
Yeah. He was asking me about my knee surgery, and I was like, oh, I had a surgery. Or like, you had to fill out a little thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, if you had any surgeries, and I had knee surgery. But like 30 something years ago, I had ACL reconstruction.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, oh, and do you still have any residual pain from that knee surgery? And I was like, no, not really. And he's like, you sure you don't? Just from like, just like anything? Because like sometimes they linger. And I was like, no, I mean, it's been a long time. He's like, I know, but sometimes. And
he just was really like, leading you.
Oh, okay, yeah, dude, I got knee pain. And he's like, cool, I can accept that.
And you hate pharmaceutical drugs. You're not, you
you don't
take
want
pharmaceutical, and you're like, no, and he's like, because you hate those,
he's
right?
Like, yeah, you don't really, because you don't like those. And I'm like, I don't. But he's like, you don't like the way they make you feel. Like, it was just so like, help me help you, buddy. Yeah. Stop being stupid. I can't answer the questions for you, but I can get you some weed if you want.
Exactly.
To help me help you.
Dude, I to get my medical marijuana license, I was on a Zoom.
License or card?
Card.
No.
I was on a Zoom with it looked like a tripod with another like iPad on it.
Yeah.
And I was just, the doctor was on that.
Yeah.
So it looked like I was like looking into a medical like room with just a tripod and a Zoom and an iPad.
No, it took me forever. My friend Anthea got her card real early, and she sent me to this same doctor. But it took forever. I was like, I don't feel comfortable with this. I'm just going to go to my illegal weed dealer that I've been going to forever, and I don't need to deal with all this. I went and got the thing finally. I went to the store, and it was super uncomfortable. It didn't make any sense. It was like, no.
That's our age. Like,
yeah, no, 100%.
It's legal for me to walk outside in Middle Ohio Boulevard and light
smoke,
up a joint.
Yeah, no. I still won't
can't do that.
Can't do it. Won't
I'm
do
like,
it.
oh shit, someone's gonna pull up on me. Oh, I can't.
100%. Yeah, and
this is why I'm always getting arrested.
Yeah,
because I am just walking home with a joint. I used to go out and be like, I need to grab a joint before I go out before my walk home.
She's like, I'm going out tonight. Can you roll me a spleefer? And I'd be like, yeah. And then she would just out and about, no big deal. Okay. I went to the store the first time, and after that was like, I'm not doing that. I still, for another like almost a year, went back to my guy. And then I was finally was like, my guy has one option. The store is a Target. There's 70,000 options of.
I also just got tired of meeting up at Taco Bell parking lots.
Yeah, or the address changing every tech. Hey, are you around in 30 minutes? Yeah, but I have a new address.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I know. God, thank God for delivery now.
Yeah, my first drug dealer, first weed dealer in California, in Los Angeles, was Judge Judy's bailiff.
Oh, I remember.
This giant black dude with like just little chihuahua all the time, and it was just
so funny.
That's amazing.
Last time that I bought something in a parking lot, I brought puppies, and then I saw that they got this other big security guard. I realized that this guy they were selling these puppies out of his Camry, had clearly hosed the security cop, because you just see this big guy with his like zip up security jacket and like a little multi-poo head sticking out of the top of it. So I get that, a little chihuahua, a little multi-poo. Security guards, man, there are people too that just want a little puppy.
Yeah, everybody likes a little.
We gonna comment it?
Okay, but what I was gonna say, the whole reason I even told that story.
Anything else to say?
Yeah. The whole reason I even told that story was to say that it was almost like she was telling the story to these people of like this whole thing that has just happened, and they were like, "So would you say it made you feel unsafe?" Right. She's like, I did feel unsafe.
I did feel that way.
That was very frightening. I did feel
that text message that he sent made you feel
unsafe. So it's almost just like she's just a sucker for these grown folk.
And you know what her family would say to that? I feel like you're leading the witness. She got led.
Right. But by attorneys, that's what they do, is they lead the witness.
And also just like, there's some really shitty lawyers out there that aren't defense lawyers. They're just like handle paperwork lawyers. Like they're not like, I think we're giving his family this big diabolical credit. They may not be that big time lawyers. Injury. Not even personal injury. They're just like
his
clerical lawyers.
His dad owns a firm, like a whole situation.
But like what kind of firm, you know?
Yeah. There's different types of law.
It's animal rights.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I just said that.
I'm like, oh, great. Okay, wait. What did I have anything else to say about that?
I don't know. That's
I just
want to
say that's where I always feel like I have the right to say whatever I want to say, and I do forget that some people are just chiming in or tuning in for the first time. They haven't been here for the last couple of years. We've been doing this. They don't know me enough to trust me that like whatever I'm saying, like I'm an equal opportunity asshole to whatever cast member of whatever show. I couldn't care any less what their background is. I will go for them regardless. And when people that a lot of times I don't recognize the handle, so I know that they're just now here and they will say something and I get really defensive because I'm just like so tired of just explaining that. So that is one thing, and not that like, listen, I should get better about it and just understand that like people feel how they feel. And if they're talking about it, then they feel that way, whatever. The thing that Emmy's doing is actually putting someone possibly in harm's way, possibly putting a message out there. So that's where Emmy has to just go, I don't think that I was being racist or that I was doing anything, but I have to recognize that the world is the world and it's going to do what it's going to do. And I'm not going to contribute to anybody falling, in the wrong place at the wrong time. And my words being something that they heard from a friend and that being the reason that they get handcuffed and the guy next to them doesn't, So that's the takeaway for me. If I could give Emmy anything, is just to understand that it is a thing. So
don't be dumb, Emmy.
Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an a-holio.
Don't be a twat.
Don't be the thing that Joe Bradley gets pegged. An a-hole. You didn't like that one?
No.
It is. I didn't workshop that one. All right, we're moving on to comments. If no one else has anything else to say about Emmy or Grace Lilly, good luck to you. Who wants to go first? Travis?
I'll go first.
Great. Don't read any of mine that I picked.
I love this first comment because I wanted to do this joke on this week's episode, but it was already taken. Hey, Mandy J, at this point, the cast of Soho should declare themselves vegan with all the fake beef they're serving up. The only authentic and believable beef was Grace Lilly being pissed off that she wasn't told the dress code.
It was the most like authentic, Grace Lilly, whether you think the argument was good or not, it was real.
Yeah, she was really pissed.
Yeah. I was going to do like an Impossible Burger joke, fake beef. But, I like what you did there. Mary Ayeka Kent. Was that a recorder, Travis? It was. I don't know 3 Blind Mice on the recorder. Sorry.
But did you have to play the recorder in elementary?
Yeah. I didn't have to. I got to.
It's been multiple episodes and you haven't told the people that you performed at Carnegie Hall, which is...
I did earlier.
With your mom.
Yeah, he said it earlier.
Yeah, but you kind of just swept it under the rug to make everyone be like, excuse, did I hear Travis performed at Carnegie Hall?
Yeah, I like mystery. We'll get to it.
He did.
It's a long relationship. I don't need to throw it all out there.
No, it's true. He might just be like holding on to it for like the perfect time.
Everyone's going to freak out and be like, oh my God,
well, that's the thing that you got. It's a teaser.
It was like an Easter.
This is a mid-season teaser. That's your mid-season Travie tease.
Oh wait, didn't we also realize that Timmy might have performed at the same thing?
He didn't. We figured out the dates. He didn't.
Never mind.
Good talk.
While you're on this recorder thing, let me just read this. We never read Spotify comments, and but I sent it to you guys, and maybe you've read it. Mel KQ says, hey friends, longtime listener, liker, and subscriber, and this is my first commie. First and foremost, Texas forever, y'all. Travis, like you too. Trav, hey, bud, put the trumpet down. It's not your instrument, but the recorder, wow, perfection. Like every normal Texas kid, I too was taught the recorder. I have lost count on the number of times I've resolved a difficult situation with a quick blast off of 3 Blind Mice. Now you two can admit that there was a purpose to that recorder. Is this a thing?
What? Recorders?
In Texas?
Yeah. It's like the best. It's like the most, it's a basic instrument. Do they not teach you what they teach you in music class in Oklahoma?
Well, listen, I moved when I was 6.
So what do they teach you in California?
7.
Piano and violin.
They didn't teach you piano in elementary
orchestral arrangements.
All right. Well, that's
I did
not
take
true.
piano and clarinet.
This was in music class in elementary school. You went to a class. right?
I did
Music
piano and clarinet, but I went to
you
elementary
bougie
school.
la-di-da. Go to Lake Tahoe in the summers, huh?
I did go to Lake Tahoe in the summers.
Sorry, loser. They couldn't even spell his town correctly.
I'm from Bexar County in Texas. Spelled
With the X in it?
Bexar.
There's an X in it. Bexar. You're from Bexar.
From Tracy Amber, I think Travis and Courtney would be polar opposites, which would be exciting for recaps.
You're about to get your wish.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
I can super relate to Travis being from Texas. 4 of you, 2 men, 2 women would be awesome. It's already awesome because I can just picture Travis v. Courtney. You know, why you gotta pit the genders against each other?
Don't beat up Courtney. She's. I was gonna say she's got seniority, but technically, Travis has seniority.
I await that debate between the two of them. Who was here first?
At Krista Schaefer, wavy baby. This is a break from the reality I need.
Yeah,
Travis, great job. Thank you. That's all I got.
You literally picked all the ones that were praising you.
I told them last week, if you want me to read your comment, talk about me.
You did say that.
There's a Spotify for him too, from Sparkle. You guys are hilarious. Love the banter. Travis is a great addition.
Great addition. If you sing, it's a song.
Yeah,
I'm
Spotify kids. We don't always grab the comments from there because there really just aren't some. So I just want to encourage, if anybody gives a shit, if you have comments, obviously you leave them on Spotify, but everybody will see them on YouTube. These fools never go to Spotify. Courtney never goes to Spotify.
I'm a Prime Music guy. I don't use Spotify.
Prime Music? What the hell?
I already pay for it with my Prime.
Yeah.
Why would I?
Why don't you just be normal like everyone else? Pay for all the subscriptions and use the one you want, but don't cancel all the others that you don't.
I do that too.
Okay, good.
I'm going to take this also opportunity just to say we are 50 or 48 people, listeners, away from getting monetized on Spotify.
Hello.
48. And Mariaika went over there, and Fish and Gal, and Carrie Peacock, and Claire Stewart, and I think
I don't even
Mia.
know how Fish and Gal's catching fish with all the time she spent over there.
I feel like she's just got her earbuds in and like maybe from her watch or something, because like she's really multitasking. But if you guys have a Spotify and you don't, you got a minute or two, just go over there and just throw an episode on. 48 people, and then we'll actually start getting 10 cents an episode.
Yeah, that's 48 cents. All right, Shannon Fall. Okay, the PowerPoint might be like a Gen Z journaling. I would have gone Google Sheets or Google Slides, but that's just me. I like Gen Z journaling. I'm into this Gen Z journaling via PowerPoint stuff.
I love Google Slides.
Really?
It just, when you move a picture, it lets you know exactly how everything's like perfectly lined up, or go to the center.
What's the Apple one? Like the old ass one? That's the one I use.
Pages?
No. What's the one even before that? Dude, I can't even remember. That's how old the one is that I use. Atari, ColecoVision. Jen O'Toole decided to try watching the podcast first so I know what to pay attention to in the episode. Smart idea. So far seems like this one is full of crazy. I want to know what Mike's bleep was at the beginning. Well, you got to go watch the episode, Jen. Did you figure it out? Sorry if you did. Yeah, grody.
Sorry, Judy.
Yeah, sorry, Judy.
No, we bleeped for Judy, so you're welcome, Judy.
Yeah, cheers.
Jen O'Toole, take it up with Judy.
Cassidy Klinkhammer. As a 25-year-old Gen Z, I do not understand the difference between exclusive and boyfriend-girlfriend. They are the same to me, but I'm also from the Midwest, so we're probably just a little behind. Don't feel bad. I don't think any of us do either. I pretend I do, but I don't.
I don't.
But I'm old timer.
No, I think we decided that it's just like one more thing to put on your social media. Like,
it's one thing to separate yourself, to make yourself unique.
Yeah.
Unique York.
Yeah.
York. Unique New York.
Eat to buy to eat. Eat to buy to eat.
Eat for good.
Eat for goat.
You ever see that one?
No.
Do you like Hugo
Are you
Boss?
serious?
I honestly just disassociated the last 30 seconds. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just want to tell you that when you got some time, watch The Terminal with Tom Hanks. It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh, yeah, good time.
Not a big Tom Hanks guy. Go on.
He plays a guy from the Ukraine, so like he's not really Tom Hanks.
Not even the Ukraine.
Or like, no, what's it
doesn't
called?
Exist, a fake country that goes out of business while he's in the airport. Is for good.
Is for good.
It's a good movie, dude. Watch
You would
it
love
and
it.
shut up. Mary Ayeka Kent. Great recap. So funny. Just a wind instrument. She liked that one.
Krakosia. Sorry, that's where he's from.
Krakosia.
Krakosia.
Krakosia? I go Krakosia.
I go New York City.
I go New York City.
Sorry, that's it. That's it for me.
Not sure how I feel about Molly. Something is off and I cannot put my finger on it or what it is that's bugging me. And I go back and forth because there's moments where I'm like, no, I dig Molly. And then there's moments where I'm like, I don't know if I dig Molly. So I'm with you, Mary. I don't know. I'm feeling weird about that one too. Carrie Peacock. Who else caught the Landon drive-by when she was in the, what's his name?
Golf cart.
Mandy's ex-boyfriend's rickshaw? Or was it a golf cart? I thought it was a rickshaw.
What the hell's a rickshaw?
It's the little bicycle thing that they carry drunk people
no,
around.
it was a golf cart.
Oh, my bad.
That's so Landon. She wouldn't be in a rickshaw. She would be in a golf cart.
Yeah, totally. Stupid, dumb dick.
Thomas Ravenel gave her a loaner.
That was the consolation prize for dating Thomas Ravenel. That
Yeah.
golf cart's like 16 years old. Meteor wine. Accidental anal is an urban myth. No such thing. A glancing blow? Okay. But seriously, who has ever tripped and fallen into a butthole?
I wanted to pin that comment.
You should have.
So bad, but I
No
was
pun
like
intended.
going
Good
back to
puns.
what if somebody's just popping in for the first time? They're going to be like, this is what kind of joint you guys running here.
This kind of joint.
But the robot said that was the funniest one.
Well, so that's the joint we're running. You win this week, Barry. Harris, shocked that no one's called him Joke Bradley.
Yeah.
That's very good one. That's very good one. I'm surprised that one didn't win funniest of the week. Oh, that's all I got.
Oh.
Not a lot of comments on this one. So if you're new here, again, we read comments on the YouTubes. And so, like, that's what we do here. Everyone's involved. We all talk crap about these silly shows. So, yap it up.
Natalie's turn.
Okay, I'm closing it out with Truth for Peace for Freedom.
No? Oh, damn it.
Woo! I liked it. That was a good one. Wait, what was that?
Why does that?
No, it
It felt like a flute. It felt like a.
you did the flute motion, but what I feel like the melody.
From a movie.
That's Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. That's what it is. All right, carry on.
Okay.
Camera one.
Ed
not
Hardy.
We're not worthy.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
It's the city of brotherly love.
Such a good movie.
Diet Pepsi, Mountain Dew. Ed Hardy paid Mike the
Cream of some young
situation.
guy.
Ed Hardy paid Mike the situation Sorrentino not to wear his clothes due to Mike losing his coolness. The title of this show is called An Olive Branch, Served Dirty. I like it. I think they're starting to get more creative with their show titles. Some of them are a little lackluster. I see parallels between Grace Lilly and Maddie with My Best Friend and Me. I'm always up for conversations about deep thoughts having to do with the nature of reality, such as, do you think we're living in a simulation within a simulation within a simulation? Just for fun lunchtime convos. And she responds, can we not do this right now? Sometimes opposites attract with friendships. Justin has a sex appeal to him that I find very attractive. Listen, I'm getting to where I don't loathe him, but like the sex appeal is still not there. It's all in his smile. This is not a guide to bring home to meet your parents unless you want to intentionally piss off your dad. When he threw his full body's weight aiming for the hammock and completely whiffed, crashed onto the ground, it really made me miss being drunk. I haven't been that drunk in years. I remember waking up the next day with sore muscles, blades of grass in my bra, a cigarette hole burnt into the arm of my jacket, and bruises on my legs. Yet I felt absolutely no pain and only had memories of good times. Hey, those were the good old days. I used to go to the gym hungover, and that was like easily.
I used to take cigarette breaks at the gym.
Yeah.
I used to go on bike rides with Austin and show up to wherever and get kitted up, have a cigarette, go for a ride, and have a cigarette when we got back.
Yeah.
It was the best.
No, I have a photo of we went to go hit balls, and you were like, "Oh, I want to stretch," and then I have a photo of you literally doing yoga in the grass with a cigarette hanging out of your mouth.
Oh yeah, that's golf though. It's fine for golf. I do that description. I read that comment of like waking up with a grass. Obviously, I didn't wear a bra, but like
you didn't have a bra,
not
even
a couple times, but a couple times I did wake up with a bra. That whole description of I was like, dude, yeah, if you didn't wake up with some sort of bruise or something in your clothing that wasn't supposed to be there or was from the outside, then you didn't have a good time.
Yeah.
And if you did, then it was fun to figure out how that leaf got in my pants.
We all know how it got there.
We do.
One time I had a party at my house and someone took a crap in my bathtub.
I apologize.
We're telling fun stories.
To find a human.
Yeah, we don't. It's fine.
I think I know who it is, and I'll never forget. TJ, aka Sir Wiener, has no loyalty. I have no respect for people that who don't respect the street code. I'm like Teresa Giudice, old school. We need to sit TJ down to watch the Godfather trilogy. Never, and I mean never, go against the family. That's cute that Travis told us he likes us completely stone-faced. Mike, please tickle him.
Did you read my reply?
Oh, no.
Mike told me showing your teeth is a sign of weakness.
She replied back.
Oh, wait, no, was that the one I replied to? Yeah.
She replied back and she said, I thought the exact opposite, that it's a sign of aggression.
Well,
in
Mike's
the wild.
Mike's a liar.
In the wild, it's a sign of aggression.
So I don't read truths in advance. I wait to like live them in the moment here. And when I pull all the comments, I use like an export thing. And so I'll never see the replies, especially for truths, because I don't read hers there. So I'm never going to check the replies on there. So
thank God I'm here.
Thank God you're here to relay. Travis has a dog named Gracie. Do you remember we were all just recently talking about how we all have pets in heaven under the Rainbow Bridge named Gracie? That's 4 animals with that name now. Wild. I just want to clarify, if I said that I did, mine is still alive. It's my mom's dog, Gracie. She's one of the multi-poos I bought in a Starbucks parking lot out of a Camry, which means she might be under the Rainbow Bridge at some point in the near future. Because don't buy dogs from the Starbucks parking lot in a Camry.
No, definitely don't.
They have some health problems, and she's the best. Poor little puppy. I'm so glad that my mom got her. I think anybody else would have just been like, I can't deal with this, or I can't afford this.
Yeah, it's probably both.
Yeah, my mom's giving her the time of her life. So.
Probably both. Tacos.
Yeah.
Are we done? That's it? We did it. You guys, we did it. We didn't skip a week like Natalie said we were going to. Pulling through.
Yeah.
Travis and I are done with AGT being busy now. So.
Kinda.
I am. Travis isn't.
Yeah.
We get to go back to a normal-ish schedule.
No, but here's the thing, and it's my fault. It's one of my best friend's birthdays this weekend, and he's taking me to Palm Springs.
How that works.
It works great, let me tell you. So I will be gone Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'll be back Wednesday. So I think these guys are going to do Summer House, but it won't matter because there's no editor. So I won't be able to start editing until... Wait, are you not doing Summer House?
At one point you said I didn't need to. We'll talk about this off camera.
Sunday. Monday night we're doing it.
Sunday.
We're going to do it Sunday, but Courtney can't do it. And now we're doing it Monday.
With me?
Yeah, with you.
Okay.
Because she's not here.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't be here. So it'll be you guys and Courtney. And then I'll get home on Wednesday, and then we're going to shoot the Valley on Wednesday, or they might shoot with someone else before that.
Probably going to wait.
Okay.
The Valley first one should be with the OGs and a bottle of wine.
Okay. Well, I don't know. The intro, I don't know if you should waste wine on the intro. I don't think you're going to be that pissed. You might want to save it.
I'll make myself that pissed if I can get a bottle of wine out of it.
I can make him angry.
Yeah, Travis going to piss me off.
Okay. So basically to say that I will be putting the Valley out first. So Summer House will be late. It will be probably out on Friday. So the Valley will be out on Thursday. Summer House will be out on Friday. And then we got to figure out when we're doing this show.
Yeah.
But this is all my fault. But listen, I need a break. I need to take 5.
You're literally the only one who hasn't had a break. Well, that might not be true. But
no, yeah, I had that migraine that I was like, I'll be right in. I'll be right with you.
Yeah, never showed up.
I never showed up.
No show, no call.
Yeah. So, feel free to start editing, get it in a good place for me just to come in and do a little.
I might start with it.
Are we still on camera? Are y'all talking to yourself? Or are you talking to the people?
No, because they like to know what to expect.
Okay, I just didn't know.
There's like 7 people that are still watching. And
They like
those
information.
people like to know what we're doing.
Pat Clark needs to know what her schedule is. She's got to plan her golf around it.
Pat Clark first.
Well, she's got to plan us around her golf.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
First one in for the lives, last one out. Pat Clark.
Yeah. And Truth needs to know that she has an extra day to come up with her closeouts.
True that. Truth for peace for freedom. That.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else, Travis?
No.
That seemed aggressive.
Well, I thought we were done a second ago. So with that fact that we're not, like
Are you ready to tell them, or do I need to tickle you
What?
that you love them? It's been like 7 dates.
You're forming a deep affection.
You're seriously
Yeah,
stop pushing them away because
We're gonna
of
be
your
officially dating.
mother.
You know,
Exclusive, but not boyfriend, girlfriend.
exclusive seems like I'm not a label guy.
Okay, Justin.
He is doing a couple other shows for us too, so exclusive is tough.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I like our conversations.
Aw.
He cracked a smile that time, Truth.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Peace out, Toodles.
Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe and tell a friend and hype.
No, I probably should have said that in the beginning.
And go to Spotify and Patreon and Apple Podcasts.
If they waited
stuff
this
everywhere.
long, they're already liked and subscribed.
That's a valid point. People in the beginning like and subscribe.
Edit this part in the beginning.
Some people might have dish gloves on. That's oftentimes I end up listening to commercials because I'm washing dishes and I don't want to take my gloves off to skip the commercial. I'm just saying that's how you get people sometimes. Love you. Bye.
They've been wearing dish gloves for 2 hours?
No, but maybe they just put them on.
Bye.
Bye.
Maybe they folded laundry first.
Hey, is that the new switcher?
No.
Well, it didn't turn off for 2 hours. That's good.
It's because we have the new switcher here.
It knows.
So it's being a dick.